Chapter 14. Putting it all together. Jessica sat amongst her classmates, all of whom were wearing the same silly caps and gowns. She listened to the band play while she knew her family was behind her, waiting to see her cross the stage, accept her diploma, and mark the end of her high school years. This, she thought, is an exciting day. After a short vacation with her family to celebrate, Jessica would work over the summer at a trendy clothes store in the mall. Then it would be time for Jessica to transition into college. She couldn't wait. Summer flew by, as it usually did. Before she knew it, she was packed for college and focusing on class choices as well as sorority recruitment. Earlier in the summer, she heard about a guide for women going through sorority recruitment and decided to pick it up. She liked what she read, so she decided to use the plan it proposed. Jessica had been working bit by bit on planning for sorority recruitment. She made a list of her strengths and supporting evidence and brainstormed her seeds and leads that would elicit her evidence discussion. This is what her master petal plan looked like. Jessica's yays and nays. Strength number 1. Heavy extracurricular participation. Evidence. 3-sport athlete in high school. Volleyball, swimming, track. Evidence. YMCA volunteer coach, big sister, volunteer teacher for adults learning to read. Evidence. Service clubs included Key Club and Service Honor Society, contributed over 200 hours of volunteer work to community in senior year alone. Seed question. What kind of extracurricular opportunities do you and your sisters enjoy the most? Who's the busiest woman in your sorority and what's her time management secret? Lead question. Are there illiterate adults in the city? Do you know where I might find out this information? Strength number 2. Fluent trilingual. Linguistics major. Evidence. Summer study abroad program in Italy before senior year. Evidence. Desire to study abroad in Budapest during junior/senior year of college. Evidence. Received competitive merit-based scholarship from university to study linguistics track. Seed question. Have you or any of your sisters been outside of the U.S.? Lead question. Do you know anything about the linguistics faculty here? Strength 3. Supportive family. Evidence. Sister is an alumna member of Chapter BBB at Faraway State University. Evidence. Parents are alumni of DE sorority and GG fraternity elsewhere in the country. Seed question. Do you find that family members are involved with your activities like recruitment week? Lead question. What's your experience with women whose family members are or were Greek in college? Hurdle number 1. Academics. GPA is good but lower than others going through recruitment. Mitigating strength. Outstanding athlete and going into specialized field of linguistics as opposed to being forced to take years of uninteresting courses. GPA will probably be fine due to Jessica's pursuit of a field of interest. Future behavior. Being a good student and being well-rounded is healthy for Jessica and for the sorority. The sorority would benefit from all of her upstanding involvement in the campus and in the community. Hurdle number 2. Multi-year struggle with eating disorder. Mitigating strength. Because Jessica recently admitted to having this disorder, she can now help identify other women who have the same disorder and help them overcome it. She can also provide eating disorder programming to other sororities and residence halls. Future behavior. Jessica will be participating in fewer sports, thus reducing the importance of weight/body image. After making her lists, Jessica realized how she could make use of the remaining weeks before recruitment. She offered to go to 3 high schools and give a talk on eating disorders. She also decided to polish her conversation skills since she needed to get comfortable with inserting her seeds and leads, as well as asking about the other woman. Jessica remembered that 2 girls from her high school last year had possibly joined sororities. She invited each to coffee separately and practiced talking with them one-to-one. Some of her mom's friends were also in sororities, as well as some of the staff at the YMCA. Altogether, Jessica met with sorority members 6 times to practice her skills. Each time, the sorority members gave her additional tips and complimented her on her skills. Rewriting her resume wasn't hard after she had written out those strengths and hurdles. She lined up several people to write her recommendations, and fortunately, each one suggested that having a resume would be a valuable tool in doing so. She managed to get internal recommendations for 8 of the sororities on her campus and 2 external recommendations from her YMCA boss and her volleyball coach. Jessica's senior pictures were terrific, but they did seem a little bit outdated. Jessica and her best friend made a date to get some fresh new images of Jessica for sorority recruitment. Together, they got makeovers for fun and chose a great outfit for Jessica. The pictures they took that day turned out well, and Jessica provided them to the recommendation writers as well as to the Panhellenic Council. Recruitment orientation proved to be an inspiring event. Jessica got to meet her recruitment counselor, Dawn, and the rest of her recruitment group. When Jessica got a chance to meet Dawn privately, she expressed her concerns about her hurdles and her curiosities about the opportunities to socialize with boys. Dawn was happy to answer her questions in a compassionate and honest manner, leaving Jessica feeling informed and relieved. The first day of recruitment was, simply put, a whirlwind. Jessica found that she was able to get to know each woman on a personal level, learning something interesting and meaningful about each woman. She was also able to convey her strengths and subtly mitigate her hurdles on several occasions. Jessica enjoyed every sorority she visited, and many of the sorority members she met impressed her. Certainly there were women who didn't impress her as much, but they were all gracious and kind. She made sure she wrote as much as possible in her notes after each party, but she still found it was hard to make a decision at the end of the day. Jessica was glad then that she had applied numbers to the conversations so that she could subjectively evaluate them later. This made her accepts and declines much less stressful to contemplate. In the middle of recruitment week, Jessica heard a disturbing rumor about a hazing incident within one of her favorite chapters. She pulled Dawn aside to ask her about the incident. Was it true? Dawn explained that 4 members of the chapter in question had independently left campus and done something together without telling any other sorority members when someone happened to be hurt. So whatever happened, while it was concerning to know about, was not sorority sponsored or endorsed. Further, none of the chapters practice or endorse hazing activities with their members. Jessica felt much better, and she was thrilled to know the truth. The rumor had been much worse. She felt lucky to have such a great recruitment counselor. When preference rolled around, Jessica was feeling enamored with and torn between 2 chapters. She really liked both of them, and she didn't know how she could decide between them. After the parties, she looked back on her lists and evaluations for all of the prior rounds. She noticed some trends with each sorority over the multi-day period that helped her to sort through her preferences into a comfortable order for her. When Jessica opened her bid envelope the next day, she saw Greek letters that made her smile and cry. She knew she would be welcomed, loved, and happy in this sorority, and she greeted her new sisters with giant hugs and screams of excitement.